Hi. Good afternoon, good evening. It is 8:20 my time where I'm at. Just saying hi, saying good, chilling out. Mosquito, mosquitoes around, chilling out midnight or midnight, not midnight. Like we're in the middle of the evening, just having fun. Yeah, we did some good stuff, some fun stuff, all the fun stuff. Let's see, we went to Burger Bar for lunch. If you've never been to Burger Bar, you can YouTube it off Diners, Dives, and Dives channel. Just look up Burger Bar in Roy, Utah. Had a quadruple burger. Couldn't finish it all with a large shake, with fries. It was delicious. Yes. Then we went by a thrift store called the DI. Stands for Desert Industries. Found this cool Marvel watch for very cheap from the 1990s. It was awesome. Oh yeah. Then we ended up going to our going to my old local game store hangout. Was able to buy a few cards. It was neat. Posted those two items we got on the YouTube community posts of mine, so you guys can check it out. It was awesome. Just trying to keep up. Don't always have time to go live, which is sad. But I'm having fun and spending time with family. The wife is relaxing. She's over there watching TikTok. We've been we've been so busy. I haven't had a lot of time to go crazy with YouTube posts. You wouldn't believe how much there is to do. Michael Superpacker, hello, hello to you. Welcome. So, kind of let me flip the camera around. Like we've been working while we're here. See these lights? Live from Utah, that's right. Yes, we did. We've been hanging up these lights. There's something for my mom to have in her back patio. She got them at an auction for like $5. It was neat. Then we installed these ground lights. And they're not doing justice during the day. Trust me, at night it looked better. I'll try to take a picture of it and post it later. Then we got these lights hanging that we put up. Then in this bush, we got these little hummingbird lights just all surrounding it. Then we put up all these lights, strung them. We had to unstring them and put them back up to make them coincide with the design of the thing. It was fun. It was awesome. Bloop. And there's my face again. Yeah, it was awesome. I've been busy. So, there's four things I wanted to do when I was in Utah. One was go to Burger Bar, which you did, I'm going to share the burgers later. Share them on Facebook. Can't show the link in chat because I'm not on my computer. But had some big old Burger Bar Big Ben's burgers. So delicious. Had 4 patties. Couldn't finish it. But it's finished for later. Oh yeah. Yeah, Burger Bar so good. Then we went thrift shopping at the Desert Industries, which is our old hangout up here in Brigham. Daddy-O's, what's up? We went to the Desert Industries here, thrift shopping. I showed it earlier. Got this cool watch for very cheap, and it was a birthday gift too from mom. She's like, "I want to buy it for you." I'm like, "Okay, if you have to." I'm not gonna say no, but she got it for me for my birthday, which is neat. Within a few months, but It's a Marvel 1990s watch. Gonna have to, I don't have to, but in the future I like to get the waterproof seal back in. Something we'll look into in the future. Then I got 3 magic cards. Good morning, good evening. Johnny Zert. Hello. So we got there's a shop called Game Grid in North Ogden. They moved to a different place from where I remember it being, but just across the street from where it used to be. And bigger shop, lots of board games. I'll share some pictures of the place. I took some pictures of the inside because it's a huge shop for the small stores in this area. And Jamie Silsby, the owner of the shop, was there, and I got to say hi and reconnect with him for a bit. Didn't record him. No, I didn't want to record any people who didn't know I have a YouTube channel, and got to talk to him, talked about where I live, how I'm doing, have a great time. Bought 3 awesome cards. I bought a Sensei's Divining Top. Then I bought a the 4-mana artifact that gives all your spells flash. Can't remember the name. And an Ulamog of the Infinite Gyre for Commander decks and Cube. Yes. So excited. My good friend in Wisconsin manages a burger barn. Hey, that's cool. Burger Bar is different than Burger Barn because it's Burger Bar BAR. But Burger Barn, I was told by other people, is pretty good, but I've never been to a Burger Barn. But Dark Nori, that is correct. Woo, K-Torque! Hello! Thank you all for just hopping on while I'm just chatting about my vacation. Just don't want to leave you guys in the dust wondering how I'm doing. Because there might not be enough time when I'm back trying to catch up on stuff to exactly have all these talks. So, content for the channel. But, get to connect with my buddies, all of you out there. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for liking the video, too. Yeah. Then, so, my biggest thing is we're going to do tomorrow, because I've been spreading out what we've been doing. We went to, Flaberto's, or if you know, as I do, as Rancheritos, different name, same restaurant. Had a California burrito. So good. Oh, yeah. We've been being like champs here. We had California burgers, a steak, potato, cheese burrito with other vegetables in it. Things are massive. Like, if I gain weight from this trip, it's my fault. But I've been spreading what we're doing, so, I'm not overloading my sugars and stuff on because, I gotta watch that. And tomorrow, we're going to this nifty place called 7-Eleven. Yeah. Place. Yeah, this place called 7-Eleven. Where I live in Iowa, no 7-Elevens exist. None. I don't even know if there's one in the entire state looking for it. There used to be one in Des Moines, Iowa, but they shut down. So we couldn't find it. Yeah, I heard about 7-Eleven. Yeah, nothing super special about the place itself, except nothing tops the Slurpees they have. Really, none in Iowa that I can find. Really, really. I'm telling you the God's honest truth from my perspective. If there's one, it's probably way too far for us. Yeah. We traveled all the way to Utah just to go to 7. No, I'm kidding. We didn't travel all the way to Utah just for a 7-Eleven. Yeah. We probably could have gone to Colorado or somewhere closer to home. If that was the case. But yeah. I get to capture my childhood coming up, and by going to Game Grid. The store owner is just amazing, always top notch. And DI, I've known about DI as a thrift store before I've known Goodwill exists. Now it's a Mormon owned and operated thrift store. Works the same as Goodwill, but it's Utah. Ooh, Game Grid, yeah. Game Grid, the original owner, Jamie Silsby, the guy I talked to, he's the original owner who seeded the franchise. So the North Ogden Game Grid, if you go there and you ever get to talk to Jamie Silsby, he's the original guy who started the entire franchise of Game Grid in Utah. I doesn't come where I go to White Castle. Yeah, a long time ago. White Castle. Ooh. I know. You've been to White Castle, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my wife's been to White Castle, but I've never been to White Castle. But I've had frozen White Castle burgers. They're pretty decent. They're small little things. It's kind of a shame they're small, but I was told when you eat them fresh, they're delicious. I know they make the burgers. They kind of cheese out by poking a couple holes in it so it cooks faster and serve it out to you quicker. How they cook it on onions is amazing. Some Coke Zero. My province is the Slurpee capital of the world. Yeah, nice. Well, see, it's one thing to have Slurpees every day, then you just don't appreciate it much. But once you have not, when you have no access to Slurpees, you miss it, and nothing cuts the deals. Now, I've had things that are just as good as Slurpees, but not Slurpees. Like, there's this company. I don't know how wide known they are across the states, but it's called Cone of Ice, and it's like it's like ice chips and Slurpee mix almost, but like very good Slurpee mix. And oh my lord! But nothing beats the consistency of a 7-Eleven Slurpee because of the way they're made and the way they melt is just delicious and perfect. Well, there are plenty of restaurants in Ogden. What was the name of the all-you-can-eat buffet? I don't even know if there's one that exists anymore since COVID. Honestly, don't know. I haven't seen an all-you-can-eat buffet since I here. But I know you're talking about Golden Corral. I haven't seen it. I haven't been down that street to say, oh, there it is. So I have no knowledge of it anymore, if it's still there or not. And Golden Corral is delicious. All-you-can-eat steak. Ooh, delicious. But the wife and I actually try to stay away from all-you-can-eat buffets because of our health issues. We're very conscious of germs and getting sick because our immune systems don't function the same way as regular immune systems do. So we're very careful about that. You know, going to Burger Bar, that's like a special thing. That was a doggy-o. You know, he's nothing but a hound dog, just rocking all the time. I know Elvis is old school. Yeah. So how are you guys doing tonight? How are you guys doing? You chilling? You relaxing? You missing the tortoise going live on Wednesday? It sucked that I didn't go live with Prime Tortoise with Dennis like we normally do. But we're working out. We're having fun, doing our things. Oh yeah. I mean, Prime Tortoise will be back up no time. Drink some more things. You have a week off in 2 weeks. Well, Michael, I hope that 2 weeks off is worth every minute you're off work. All right, like I hope you have something exciting to do. You're watching Family Feud. You watching Family Feud, Dad? Well, I know it's one of the shows you guys like to watch, and it's a fun show sometimes. It gets very funny, and sometimes it gets very competitive. It's crazy. It's crazy to see people's emotions sway different ways when they do shows like that. When you get older, for those young people, you really start looking at people and how they act and remembering the emotions and kind of things you go through. So when you watch how people react on the shows, you can understand more the thought process people go through, and sometimes you don't understand it all because it seems way different from your own. Oh, you're playing some Warframe right now. Nice, K-Torque. K-Torque. Good dude. Yeah, Warframe. I don't think I've ever played Warframe, but I've seen a friend play it off his um off his Steam Deck. I think it's called. Yeah, he loves that game, and he loves a little trick you can do with the abilities menu. Unless I'm thinking of something else. I think it's Warframe where if you calculate the abilities menu just right, you can make little songs out of it. Sadly, and I'm not sad about it, but sadly, one of the things I haven't been able to do yet is play my Metroid game we got for traveling. Didn't have enough time on the train to do it. Been hella busy here to play it. Hanging out with mom and all the friends and family. Just going crazy. Just going crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. I'm just glad you guys are having fun hanging. Just stopping by on a random Wednesday impromptu was just nuts. But we got enough Wi-Fi to go do it. And you sit on the table different. Yeah, I miss you guys too. Missed interactions. I've skipped so many Discord notifications. Usually I keep them clear. And with Discord, I just had to clear over 30 notifications off my phone trying to keep up. And so it's on that line. I hope Brody's doing fine in Canada. Heard about the fire going on. Stay safe, buddy. Yeah, stay safe. Oh, man. Anybody got any plans this weekend? We're approaching the weekend. On Sunday, we're going back home to Iowa. Mm-hmm. My brain just froze. But man, I'm so ecstatic. I'm so ecstatic about the Slurpee tomorrow. Little childish grin. That fast? Yeah, Sunday. Well, the wife has to get back to work eventually to help the truckers of the world unite and stand up. What up, Cosmic Seeds? Welcome. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being awesome. You guys are all awesome. So just to kind of recap, because I'm excited about it. Got 3 magic cards that I posted up. I got Nula Magda Infinite Gyre, or I can't think of the reliquary thing. Yeah, well, I got off work a bit ago. Nice, Cosmic. I will. Right now, she's not here. This is the free time I got to go live. Life is over. Life is that way, chilling, relaxing. Like, we needed time to relax. I mean, my mom, she's an electric ball of movement. Doing things here, doing things there, working this, doing that. Yeah. Also, I got a Ulamog of Infinite Gyre. The artifact that goes flash. Gives all your spells flash. I can't. Can I? The artifact. Vidakanori. Yeah, I got Ulamog of Infinite Gyre, Vidakanori, and Sensei's Dividing Top 4. Commander Dex and Cube. And my big cube's gonna get the large Eldrazi. Large. Infinite Gyre. It's nuts. I know, I'm excited. In fact, I got to go to my old hangout to get into cards and support a local business instead of online business because the local game store where I live doesn't sell singles and I have to go further out to buy singles from a store. Made me feel good, especially someone who's like. What makes Game Grid so special to me, other than the fact that I've known the guy for over 10 years? Utah is very beautiful. Coming from the south end in, yeah. Coming from the north end, if you love mountains, pretty. Well, like I said, the one thing that's special to me about Game Grid, even though I don't get to trail there, so I remember when Game Grid was a tiny store on 40th of Washington Boulevard, just above a tiny theater. I mean, it was a tiny store. Moved from there to 40th, from 40th to 36, from 36 to North Ogden, and now they moved from one spot in North Ogden to the other across the street, basically. And each time the store got bigger and better, player base. It was even cute. This little kid, I don't know how old this little kid is, probably like 13. Just came up to me when I was looking at cards at the counter and just like asking me if I had a deck to play and everything. I was like, wow. I remember when I was a little kid and or younger doing the same thing. People would come in the store and be like, hey, you want to play some Magic? They had 3 people playing Commander, so I guess they're looking fourth. But I'm like, sorry, dude, my decks are in
Iowa. And he's like, yeah. He says, I'll have this really cool deck I built. And he's like, I have a Necessar deck. Start talking about his Necessar deck. And he's just so full of light and energy. Just excited to see all this. And man, this kid reminded me why I loved Magic so much when I was a kid. Is the interactions he had was just so crazy. And that's why I love Magic. Is like especially in a store like this and the friendliness of people. Because there's a group of people that wanted me to play Magic, and I think they sent this kid over to see if I'd play Magic. And I just had this conversation just about Magic, and in fact, this kid had his deck that was based off something from when I was in my younger 20s, and he was like talking about how he wanted to build this deck, or how he built this deck full of wheels and stuff. And this was one of the first commander decks I built, not the first, but one of the first, because I had Rafik the Many that I did Nexar. And I'm like, dude, this is just memory driven conversation. So I was like happy as a little kid inside my heart. I was a little kid just remembering all this stuff and had this great interaction. And not only that, when I was there, Jamie, I thought he passed the store to his son, but he was still working the store, and man, he was busy. I got to say hello. It was awesome. And I got to reignite for like 1 minute with Jamie because he was busy. He literally had to leave. Got to say hi, asked how I was doing, where I was living, and he was just excited my business was there. While the wife, all right, the wife,
I didn't do nothing.
she
I didn't
she
do
she
nothing.
about broke her bank account
I did not do nothing.
looking at the board games. I'm going to show the pictures later on Facebook. They have like they used to sell board games as a side thing. Like literally, it was like a side hustle. Magic and a couple other games they had. Because Magic used to be their big thing. But my lord, the wall of board games, bam, just wrap the walls, wrap the walls. Yeah. Oh, and Zion is a pretty place. I'm not skipping your comment, Cosmic. I want to say that. But yeah, so to see Jamie grow from an itty bitty little 10 by 10 foot store, exaggeration on size, um, to this store that's just the largest store I've ever seen him in is crazy. And Game Grid just started as a little seed of a store, now blossomed from a store to a franchise, and there's Game Grids throughout Utah owned by people who've bought into the store, who've grown up. Like everybody who owns a Game Grid store was once a player in Jamie's store. Like the guy who owns a Game Grid in Layton, in that area, was just a customer once, and saw a an opportunity to open up a store, and did it, and it became successful. Wes Jordan has a store, I believe, was once a player in the store. Just Jamie grew up this community, and it's been blossomed. That's why I love Magic communities. That's why I love our communities. We never know where this community can blossom as long as we take care of it now, and treat everybody right, respectful. DJ is doing something so amazing with what he's doing with his channel, and he's struggling to keep up on what he's doing, but he's really starting a revolution. What game the game of Magic's going to be? You know, you gotta be tender but strong. You gotta treat it like a flower. You want it to grow, you want it to get stronger. You gotta nurture it just right so it grows up to a blossoming flower, and so it starts spreading its seeds. Weird analogy, I know. Spreading its seeds to grow a field of flowers, and that's how we are in the Magic community. That's how I've always seen it, and that's how I think it's seen it. Yeah, I told him to catch up on his music too. Cosmic, are you talking about Jamie on Game Grid? What up, Solar Gun? Hello. Welcome. Oh, Russell makes music. Yeah, yeah. Russell's music is good music. It's just not always my cup of tea music, but I always love when he makes something super creative and funky. You know what I mean? Because he has really good talent. Like I don't know how you would do it, but he should like get like his best music, post them in a video, and have it stream on a streaming level, so it's always streaming, like a 24-hour thing. That'd be neat because people can just pop it up while they're playing Magic and listen to his music. Because he has some really good ones. Like if I could, I'd get some of the. If I could, I'd get some of the YouTube streaming music that are like the best hits of the music, or the free ones you can use, and I'd just make a continuous loop for Magic on it. So if you're playing like having a game night that goes on for hours, the stream in the back. DJ should see how you can do that. I mean, so many ideas like ruin. Like my one thing that's been bugging me, like since I've been here, is I can't continue. I've been able to continue my cube content that I've been doing with the Ravnica cube. So I've been really itching to get in some three color sections and the monocolored sections. So crazy. And I've just been building that on the fly, looking at cards I love and different sets. Yeah, and like James Willis and I have been talking in the background. If we see something, we'll tweak it in the background, let it be, just have fun. I mean, you guys are awesome when you do stuff like this. Just crazy. Let's play some music. Let's be dancing. I don't know if you can hear it. It's alright. If it's that low, it ain't gonna bug. You're good. Oh, Solar Guide in Utah is very nice. Went last year and did the narrow trek of Bryce. Oh, Bryce Canyon is. Mwah. But Utah, if you're willing to travel the distance and take the time, Utah is like Neapolitan ice cream. Three different flavors between north and south borders. So good. The further west you go, it's like whatever. The further west, like further west, just desert. You need to do Bryce further. Went there mainly to use the bathroom. Yeah. Well, like the desert areas and whatnot, and the whatnot. Okay, so like if you've never been to Utah, the more northern you are, the better skiing and mountain ranges you get. The more south you get, the more desert it gets. The more west you get, the furthest west I've been was the dirtiest desert of Golden Spike. I've been to Golden Spike, been on Salt Lake and stuff. But like when you go on the main side, like the big body of Utah, never been that area. But there are some beautiful places. Some of the best camping in the world I've had. Now I say the world like I've been around the world camping, but I've been camping in Utah and Iowa. So best camp places I've been camping, like bareback camping, is Utah. But the weather is really good for it. Yeah, I drove out there from Cali. Oh, I've been to Northern Cali. Been to Portola, where my dad is. If you remember all that, if you were here for that, beautiful area. When I made the scenic videos of just music playing, to like foresty pics, all national forest up in the Northern California area. Like Portola, if you're wondering on the map, you can go to Reno, Nevada, and draw a straight line into California, just barely into it, and there's Portola basically. Yeah. Years. Woo, did a roll round. You also did a round trip from California, Alabama. That is a long car trip. Like, I'm assuming you had brakes and everything. My wife was so dedicated. She made a trip from California to Iowa within 2 days, basically nonstop, other than needing to get gas, and that was it. When we got home, she was dead to the floor sleeping. I mean, she pushed it. She pushed it. But, I helped keep her awake with some crazy ass story I made up about some sci fi aliens invading um, some desert area with Native Americans and a detective in a murder scene. Found out there was werewolves and aliens, and there was some backstory. Dude, the story was bipolar as all shit. The main thing we remember the most is the detective was secretly a werewolf, and every time he entered a scene in the story, he was picking out beef jerky from his pocket and eating it. Twiddler, thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Have your busy day. We got aboard a plane to Pittsburgh in 4.5 hours. Never been to Pittsburgh, but I've been to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania myself. Have family that live up there. Enjoy your flight in the humidity. Woo! Just 16 hours. Yeah. That's pretty good, though. Pretty good time. Thank you, Twiddler.
If I could say one thing, the best thing about Utah, you don't need money for, is the weather. You can save lots of money just by enjoying the weather. Go hiking, go camping. Well, camping costs money, but go hiking, hang out in the backyard, or hang outside. Ah, the weather is beautiful. So beautiful. It's the best thing we have going on. Yep. I mean, family's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but hanging outside in the weather is just the best. Like the dry heat, so good. Like it could be 80 with the real feel of 76, and you're feeling great. Or in Iowa, if it's 80 degrees, it's like the real feel of 90, and you're burning and sweating and dying. That's right. It's all right. And thanks for smashing. I like everybody. You guys are amazing. Uh, but I'm just glad you guys are hanging out with me. But I've been on for half an hour. I do have to get off. Gotta chill with the wife, with the family. Let them know I love them. Give them hugs. Having a special time here. And you guys hanging out with me are amazing. Thanks for hanging out. Wait, hold on. What's this? I asked the lady if we could drive up to you, but we need a new water pump for this. Oh, yeah. Cosmic. Yeah. You guys have an awesome night. Thank you for stopping by and just chilling. I care about that. I care about the community. You guys made this live amazing for stopping by. And Arkansas got the tornado warnings while in the hotel. It was crazy. That I believe. That I believe. Stay safe, y'all. MTG Billy, thanks for stopping by. You guys have a wonderful night. I'm getting droozy. Bye. Love ya. Play wise. Bro.